Sup traders, I'm gonna talk to y'all about my updated trading schedule and routine, which is really important, having a practical trading schedule that makes sense with your work schedule and for your sanity and so on. So I'm pretty excited about this talk, and also for the change it's gonna be for my life, which is a big change. By the way, I'm on Oahu driving back. The hiking business, a private adventure business, is going awesome. I got paid $650, $550 was my cut, plus $100 tip. I got to go to places I've never been, actually. I took a family cliff jumping where I've never cliff jumped over the ocean, took them to a waterfall I've never been to, took them to a beach, checked out some turtles, went on a hike to a ridgeline. Awesome day, getting paid well for it. I'm trying to focus on that more than my trading. I've come to the realization, and I've realized this many times before, trading is a tool potentially to make money, but it's not what I want to do with my life. I like to sit there and stare at the charts the way an addict likes to do drugs, but it's not practical, it's not useful. It causes me to lose money, actually. So I'm losing time, losing money. The more time I spend on it, the worse I perform. The more detached I am from it, the more I make. So I'm trying to step back and schedule it in a way that's sane and beneficial. And you can use this in your own life to think about, hey, what actually makes sense? What session do I want to trade? But I've had, to me, a pretty huge breakthrough. So the first one, as I talked about, I had a tour that I was on, and I was in a trade. That tour I made like $300, but I opened my phone and I watched my trade, and it went $1,000 against me, and I closed it, and then it rounded TP at like $3,000 profit, and I did jump back in, but it cost me like a couple $1,000 checking my phone. That's not the first time, and it degraded my life, where I'm like, fuck this, I'm not gonna phone chart ever again. And I've been pretty good about that. It's a low point. You need low points to change. Now the other one is, I have the Market Timing Pro system. It's amazing. Me, a friend, and a developer built this algorithm that we've been able to back test on many time frames, and it performs extremely well, and it also performs extremely well by doing very little. And I've had this now for maybe a month, 6 weeks. When did I launch it? In June, maybe 6 weeks. And I had the insanity to think, I think I can outperform this amazing system that we developed. And the reality is I haven't. I spent a lot more time, and I've underperformed my excellent system, computer tested system. And I'm like, fuck this. Again, a low point, fuck this. I'm going to go a different direction with my life. I want to focus on the tours. I want to open it up to, I don't know. So I'm going to talk about my scheduling a little bit, but, and the system, it's not very far from actually being a true algo, where it's computer the computer actually puts on the trades. But what I was able to do this week as well was to get the alt short system computer back tested and optimized. So I have a strategy for shorting alts. It's not as good as I hoped, but it's pretty good. It's like about 40% win rate for 2RR, and it provides a lot of trading opportunities. A lot of trading opportunities because there's so many shooting up. Or 33% for 3RR, like low 30%. But it also has some break-evens because it advances the stop. So the profit factor is decent. But the point is, okay, so I have this system. I have these systems. What does it actually look like to trade these systems? So the Market Timing Pro trades the daily close of the indices and metals, which in my time is 11 a.m. Or noon it reopens. So daily close or daily open works the same. for which is 5 p.m. Eastern. For crypto, it's 2 p.m., which is 8 p.m. Eastern. So I only need to be online really at 2 p.m. to put on the alt shorts, which doesn't happen every day. And otherwise it can happen whenever. And I can also put on the index and metals positions at that time if I want to. They're not time sensitive at all. The stop loss is 3.4 ATR, which is extremely wide, which means it doesn't really matter when I get in. I can even be a day late most of the time and it's okay. So what's a beautiful thing about this system though is it doesn't trade that often. It's meant to enhance buy and hold, and the shorts are meant to be a hedge against buy and hold. So the typical holding time of a long position is 100 days, roughly 90 to 120 days. The typical holding time of an alt position is maybe, a short is maybe 5 days, 7 days. The typical hold, or the typical trade frequency for the main assets is maybe 6 entries a year. So outside of the altcoins, if I follow my system, I'm taking maybe, because I'm trading 4 indices, Bitcoin, ETH, gold, and silver, so what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I might take a couple entries a month, and then the altcoins might increase it to like 8 trades a month. In theory, is all I should do with what I know works. So I had the realization as well that, listen, I sell the system and I show you the back testing. I don't sell discretionary trading. I'm great at developing systems. I'm a fucking terrible discretionary trader after all these years, because if I become hypnotized by the charts. If I'm watching, I end up watching the 1 minute, and I end up oversizing as it moves in my favor, and as it moves against me, I panic exit. So oftentimes I turn winners into losers before they run far. So it's really important to me that I don't chart watch, and having removed it from my phone has been extremely helpful. But I still need to remove it from my computer. And what I'm realizing is, outside of days that I'm doing tours, I'm getting online around 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. and getting on the charts. Why? There's no reason. Most of the time there's fucking nothing to do. It just leads to me taking trades that I shouldn't. What I've realized is I can set alerts. I have alerts that will tell me if there's a trade to take, and if I do not get an alert, I don't even need to check the charts that day. Now sometimes I'm going to do research, but I don't need to do trading research every day. I've done enough trading research where I have some excellent systems that have stood the test of time, because they've back tested 100 years on Dow Jones, 100 years on gold, 50 years on silver, 10 years on Bitcoin, 40 years on NASDAQ, 40 years on the S&P. It works, right? So I don't need to be doing research all the time. So today, for instance, I don't know what happened. I'm in some longs of my system haven't even logged in. I got no trade alerts, no trade, or not even no trade, no login. So what I've realized is I'm going to set alerts, and I'm going to make myself available to log in and take them. And otherwise, I'm not even going to log in and check the charts. There's no reason to. It just hurts me. So what does that mean? Well, it means I need to find something else to do with my mornings. One is I want to book more tours. There is the issue. So there's 2 issues. One, finding something to do with my mornings, which is great. That's really exciting, right? And the second is, what do I do if I get an alert when I'm on a tour? Well, the first thing is, the altcoin shorts actually are a little bit time sensitive, because the stop loss is only 1 ATR, which means that getting, like, if I wait very long, the entry could be way different from what's computer back tested, which would skew the profitability. So if I get an alert though, I'll just, plan on if I being available in a lot of afternoons, or if I'm a couple hours late, I can take it at 4, or if I'm on a tour, I take it at 7 p.m. Might be okay. There's my thought on that. The shorts are not very far away from being totally automated, and I may just go that route. And and if I I'm going to set up TradingView alerts on my core assets: Bitcoin, ETH, Russell, NASDAQ, S&P, Dow Jones, gold, silver, to send me email or text alerts. If I don't get an alert at 11 a.m., no trade. I'm not taking the trade. So the new schedule is going to be, so I asked, I do part-time landscaping with a friend. It's not the most glamorous, it's not the most high-paying, but it's just something to do to fill the time I can get outside and go work from when I don't have tour days, work from 9 to noon, 12:30, work 3.5 hours, come back, and if I have an alert, I'm available. Otherwise, go do something else. Take the trade and log off. That's one idea. During surf season, I can also just go surfing in the late morning and then come back at noon and have a chill day and do other computer work as well. Work on marketing efforts for my tour business. What else could I do? Work on I really want to expand my adventure tour business, but I'm also trying to fill it up with maybe collabs with other YouTubers, in-person lessons, in-person mentorship, more life coaching, things like these. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out how to best fill my morning so it's social, productive, outside. Maybe get paid a little bit, but it's not super important because I get paid through YouTube. The indicators make me some money here and there, which, by the way, there's a link down below. It's fucking awesome, and it can save you from the nightmare of trading. And it's not about even making money, but getting your life back, right? Which is, to me, is the most exciting thing about it. Is the idea that I don't even have to log in. I didn't have to log in today. There was no trade signal. I didn't even check. It's set up that I get alerts personally delivered to me. If there's a trade, if there's no trade, I don't log in. So beautiful. A new lease on life. What do I want to do with my life? I'm going to touch grass, I know that. So, tomorrow's Friday. I'll come in at the close. And then, I have no alerts. I'm done. And what am I going to do with my Friday? I don't know. I got to figure it out. But it's a really good problem to have of, okay, now I have more free time. What am I going to do with it? So, go check out the indicator. Again, not only does it have great results, but it is touch grass. It's really, you can set up the alerts and not even log in if there's not a trade. It's, again, computer back tested for 100 years. It's robust across metals, gold, silver, indices, and crypto. And it's also hedged with a short strategy too on altcoins that can make money when the other markets are in decline. So it's an awesome strategy, and it's also touch grass. So go check it out. There's a link down below. Costs money, but you can pay a one-time fee, and then you're in the group with me forever. And it's any kind of updates you get, any kind of new systems, add-ons you get. It's an insane deal. Most people are full of shit because they're selling you their discretionary trading, which is shit. I'm not selling you my discretionary trading. I'm telling you I have a problem with discretionary trading. I'm selling you a computer system which is confirmable. People say, oh, you can't trust TradingView backtesting. You can log in and look at all the trades, and look at all the trades. The trades make sense. It does what it's supposed to do. People say, oh, but it only works for one asset, one time period. Ours works for all assets, all time periods. Well, not all assets, but it's generalized for the major assets across time. So go check it out. I look forward to seeing you all on the inside. and go touch grass. Start a fun business. Do something else with your life. Get a different job that you like. You don't need to be online. Just trade. If you get an alert, log in, trade it. If you don't, do nothing. Okay? Appreciate you. Much love. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.